is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie. Welcome to the podcast. Anaesthesia. If you've been under before, it's an amazing feeling. The thing is, when you wake up and you're on the old painkillers,
mate,
you
lose the plot.
Turn into a different. There's a young kid in the US who just started freestyling. Why does everyone want to flirt with the nurses as well?
You're in a dreamy state. There's a feeling of love that comes over you.
So he's trying to pick up an older nurse whilst freestyling. It's not a bad effort. You'll hear that in the pod.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This is an interesting one. Trumpets of Patriots, Fitz.
Yeah, it was a spectacular fail for Clive and the team, wasn't it?
$60 million. He came out yesterday and said, actually, I screenshotted it. He came and said, don't worry about that. I'll make it back in the next couple of months.
I miss opening up the paper and just seeing all the yellow in there. And who was they said, this is your new Prime Minister of Australia. What was her name?
Just
Llewellyn or something?
Susan someone?
Yeah, Susan.
So his quote yesterday was, it doesn't worry me. I can earn more than that every couple of months. Good on you, Clive, as he wanders off in his yellow tie. You can't
Clive,
beat it.
Don't look at it like that. You had a crack. He's 71 years of age now. His wife would be like, Clive, just relax.
No, there's more to it. There has to be more to it. Whether this is a branding exercise or X amount of votes or a chance for him to prop up other people that will support him in some other way, it has to be layered and loaded.
Yes.
For Clive to do this. Anyway, so many people received the trumpet text message, which we all got a gutful from, which you couldn't reply to, Fitz.
Well, Harold Fong's gone into hiding, hasn't he?
Here's the thing, and I wanted to update you on how angry a friend of mine got with the trumpet text message coming through. So we spoke about on the show that you're able to get onto ChatGPT, and they tracked down the mobile number of Harold Fong. So Fongy, somebody put the number up on social media and said, if he's texting you, text him back and let him know what you really think.
That was me.
So he was just bombarded with text messages.
So he's had to get rid of his number, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has had
He
to
loved
change
that
it.
number as well. He'd had it for so long, Fongy.
It was his favourite ever since the flip phone he had in 1997, the Motorola. So what this girlfriend of mine did was she said, I'm not happy with just knowing his number and firing off a message. I'm going to register him on the on the sex disease line, where you message someone, you then told anonymously via message. So you register somebody, so I can go on with your number and say, this guy's got an STI because I found out that I did, and then you receive an anonymous message saying, hate to tell you this, but due to your recent personal activity, your level of intimacy have got you the clap.
What's Fong with the rash?
So she felt like she'd taken the appropriate steps to get back at Fongy for the trumpet messages coming through.
Oh, my.
So now he sits at home wondering, oh, Jesus, what have I got now? Is it gonorrhea again?
Someone put up Clive's number as well, which I rang. Yeah, someone put up Clive's number, and it didn't even have a voice message. So he's had to get rid of his number as well.
Oh, he's changed as well. Blow the trumpet again, Jess. What a celebration.
It's a spectacular favour.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How you feeling, mate? Because you got absolutely slayed by Hamish and Andy last week. They weren't too happy with Riddle Time.
You know what? Myself, Jess, the rest of the employees at the Riddle Factory, at Riddle Inc., we were offended.
They took the PISS out of you.
They don't understand Riddle Time. And that's coming from the Hubble guys. Do you know what I mean? Riddle Time has a wonderful history, and if you ask me, a very strong future. Ash, you're playing Riddle Time today. Let's kick it off with the first riddle. A very easy one. Who makes moves while being seated?
The usher.
No.
Train driver.
No.
Tom, perhaps people playing chess.
Congratulations, Tom. Demonstrating the riddle and the answer. Complete. What an equation. Here we go. I can laugh, I can cry, I can be the flying hero in the sky, I can be the devil. I can be the saint. I can be just about anything you want me to be. Who am I?
Very long riddle.
It is.
Well, let's not
Too
judge
much.
the length of
It's
the
way
riddle.
too much.
Let's judge the quality of
And
the
it's
riddle.
one of those real. It's one of those real
broad, isn't it?
broad ones that you go. Oh,
It's
my
not a
God,
stapler or
it could
anything,
be a
is it?
freaking-
Maybe the broadness is the answer,
Is
Ryan
the secret
James.
sound a stapler?
No, it's not a stapler, and it's not a 35mm camera.
Damn.
Can you go again? Sorry.
Thank you for the opportunity to share. I can laugh, I can cry, I can be the flying hero in the sky, I can be the devil, I can be the saint, I can do just about anything you want me to be. What am I? Who can do that?
Is it like the sun or something? Like a
No.
planet or something?
It's a very practical riddle, this.
Very practical.
Saint.
I can laugh, I can cry. Your phone?
Maybe it's a career.
Oh, an actor.
Ash goes bang! Look at her, she punches the air from 50. Ash goes bang.
Well done, Ash.
This is really
Thanks,
good.
guys.
Thank
This is really
God you got that so quickly.
Darth over there. Yeah. Darth horse. It's a good riddle answer.
Oh, good,
That's
Tom.
really good, Tom.
The old Imperial March. Well done.
For the third riddle, for those playing along, you're going to love this one. I'll bring out your balls and show your roll.
What?
I'll bring out your bulls. Balls.
Bulls.
Bulls. B-U-L-L-S. Bulls.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You said
Cows.
balls first of all.
I'll bring out your bulls
Yep.
and slow your roll. I may even come out of your skull. What am I?
But what?
Hello. If it was easy, it wouldn't be a riddle.
A red flag?
A
It's
roll
red.
bar.
It's the colour
Colour
red.
red, yeah.
Ryan Jones.
Yeah.
So the red will bring out the bulls. It'll stop your roll. A red light, and of course, it can come out of your body. That is a great round of riddles. Mandy and Mascot, round us out, you saucy minx.
I'm essential for support, but I'm not a chair. I have cups, but I'm not a mug. What am I?
Is it your spine?
No, it's not your spine.
Tom, you got an
Is it-
answer?
Tom, perhaps. Oh, sorry.
go,
Ash,
Ash.
you go.
Ash,
You go over there, Darthy. Go away.
Is it a bra?
It is a bra. Prizes in the purse.
Well done. Sisters doing it for themselves.
Working overtime on Mandy.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
If you've ever been under anaesthetic before, it's an unbelievable feeling.
It's quite a beautiful feeling.
But you're very nervous the first time you go under, but then there's also an element of you going, well, I'm going to beat it. He's
Yeah.
going to do the countdown here, and I'm not going to sleep. No way, I'll get through this. And then you're gone, and then the memory of going, okay, the last thing I remember is the countdown.
Yeah.
And now...
How have I woken up?
The operation is done. It's an amazing feeling. And then you're usually on painkillers.
Yeah.
Now, I've had some horrible experiences before because I am allergic to morphine.
Sure.
Right.
And you use that to get through radio?
I'm not joking. The last knee reconstruction that I've got patches on at the moment. The last time I had a knee reconstruction, I said to the anaesthetist, that's the name of it, isn't it?
Yep.
I said, look, mate, do not give me morphine. And he smiled and chuckled and said, oh, mate, it's tough because they've all got a little bit of morphine in them. What? And I said, no, I might actually have a reaction to it. And he said, yeah, all right, no worries. I said, pethadine's good for me. And he said, that's a really old painkiller. We don't really use that anymore.
Yeah, really funny
Anyway-
one. I loved you on Big Brother, mate. Good on you, Fitz.
Anyway, I woke up, crook as a dog, vomiting everywhere. And I knew he'd given me morphine. It was horrible.
Turd.
So, but the other thing as well, when you do wake up and you are on painkillers, you can go into a different world. 13, 24, 10. What did you do under the anaesthetic? I want to hear from you because usually a lot of people like to flirt with the nurses.
Do they?
Yeah. Flirting is a big one. You actually think
Wow.
that they are the most beautiful people in the world. Right? So there's this kid that's woken up in the States and he's just started freestyling
What?
to the nurse.
You're kidding.
Yes, so this is his mum started filming him. This is when he wakes up.
Can you just fix this on your face?
Fix it? Yep. Yeah, you gotta fix it like you're making biscuits. Yeah, honey biscuits. Put the honey on the biscuit with the butter, make it Triscuits. Triscuit with the crackers, you eat that for lunch. Maybe one day I'll take you out for brunch. What you like, French toast or eggs? Maybe I can give you some bacon and sausage with a side of orange juice, apple juice, cranberry juice, pineapple juice. What you like, sweetheart? 'Cause I love to treat the ladies right. I don't like to treat them wrong 'cause my mama raised me right. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Where you at?
Mate, if that doesn't turn into a viral mix, someone put the beat behind that and get it out there. Very good.
Rebecca and Narelle, what happened to your mum when she woke up?
Hi, how you going? She was howling like a wolf.
Awesome.
In the hospital, were there other people in the room?
Yeah, it was public hospital.
Oh,
how good is that? Were you there to see this, Beck, or just this has become...
my dad was.
Right, folklore in the family.
Running joke in the family now.
And does the wolf howl on other occasions? Do you get her to do it?
She impersonates it and laughs about it now.
Oh, so
But at the time, it wasn't funny because she was very sick.
Did anyone get vision, though, Beck, that you could play back to Mum, or no, you let her go?
Pardon?
Did you get vision of it? No? Didn't get vision?
No.
No, that's okay. But I tell you what, you'd give her a call when it's a full moon, wouldn't you? Just a reminder of what she did.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We're on. All right. It's time for
60-second starts.
Kate Ritchie's Time Still Standing
Now. Representing Castle Hill, we got Jess on the line. Now, Jess, you got a Mother's Day breakfast today, is that correct?
Yeah, I do. I'm just trying to find parks now. It's just absolutely packed.
What are you doing? Where's the Mother's Day brekkie, Jess? What's happening?
It's at my son's school. We've got a breakfast and an assembly, and my son's going to be speaking about what he likes most about me, so I'm excited to hear what he's going to say.
Do you know what?
Do you know what, Jess? We're going to give you $150 to spend it in Doda for your Mother's Day. How's that?
Oh, thank you so much. That's amazing. I can't wait.
Jess, that's important to do. Can I just do a quick shout out to my little girl, Francesca? She's doing the Mother's Day dance pageant thing this morning.
Oh, what, hip-hop? Or
No,
is it...
I don't know. It's a dance that they're singing. Good luck, darling. I know you're on the way to school.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she's as good at jazz ballet as you were back in the day, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Peter in Kingsgrove. What's your mum's name, Pete?
Morning, guys. It's Latif here.
Oh, well, we're going to give her $150 to spend it in Doda as well for Mother's Day, Pete.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
No worries.
What a great start.
Jess, you're going first, so $100 up for grabs. If you get one wrong, power goes over to Pete. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds is the winner. Jess, here we go. Your 60-second starts now. Jess, what's the new Pope's name?
Pope Leo.
Yeah, that is correct. What is special about this Sunday, Jess?
Big one.
Mother's Day.
Well done. What colour is a packet of Oreos?
Blue.
Yeah, it is blue. Stargazing and Nice to Meet You are songs by who?
Pass.
We had him on this morning. It was Miles Smith. Peter, over to you. True or false? A cube has 6 faces.
True.
That is true. What Sydney NRL team does Angus Crichton play for?
The Sydney Roosters.
Yes. Yelena was the nickname given to what former couple? Is that it? Is it Jelena? Or is it Jelena?
Move on from that question.
It's Justin
Next
Bieber,
question.
Selena Gomez. Over to Jess. Bingo is the sister of what famous character?
Bluey.
Yes. What alcohol is used in a Tom Collins cocktail?
Oh, tequila.
No, it's gin. Back to Peter. What cuisine is pad see ew?
Pistol Pete, he's got it. Well done, Pete. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Couple of curly ones in there. Pete, you got the hungy. Well done.
But Jess, because you're a mum, you get the $150 in Doda. Enjoy the day, Jess.
Thank you so much, guys.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This man is a 6-time USC champion. He's just won at the age of 35. He's won back the belt. It is the magnificent Alexander Volkanovski.
Alexander the Great. Welcome home, son.
Yeah, it's good to be home, especially with the belt. You know, I said, I'm bringing that belt back, you know what I mean? I had to do it, and we did, so it's pretty cool.
Go on, Fitz.
Can I know, Volk, because a lot of people did write you off. At your age, they thought that's it. And you lost a couple of fights and they thought, unfortunately, we're going to see the worst of Volk. But to turn this around, buddy, is it true? Are you the oldest to win back the belt? Is that correct in UFC?
Yeah, so from under welterweight, no one over 35's won a belt.
Wow.
So, and it was like 0 and 17. So now it's 0 and 1, and 17 and 1, and I'm that one. And I did at 36, so that's a 35. The 35-year-old curse, they called it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's definitely quite the achievement. But, very, very proud of that.
Can I ask about the pressure? Because UFC bouts, we understand the fitness, we understand the toughness that's required, and you've proven that in the past. So there was pressure for you to prove and win and be the world champ. That was your aim. When it comes down to really what was a legacy fight, to prove that you still had it, what was the pressure like having that on top of everything else?
Yeah, so it was a lot in it.
How do you manage that?
And you're talking about everyone, obviously, counting you out and stuff. Like, doubted me. They had every right to. You know what I mean? The stats were all against me, and, at this age, coming off 2 KO losses, it just does not happen. And, you're right. It is tough, because
It's personal now.
Well, I'm asking myself that too. Like, I might not say that, before the fight. I'm not going to let that come out of my mouth. But, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, having them doubts as well, and be like, is this a thing? And then, no, you can, and
how do you push the doubt
exactly.
out?
Just trying to throw that out there, and because you go in there and people talk. That's something I'm most proud of all this. Obviously, the being 36 and getting it is incredible, but the 2 KO losses, getting your head around that, or not around it, around it, because you
can't.
You can't just that doesn't go. Like you hear fighters talk about it all the time about their confidence is there. You just don't get your confidence back and all that, and that's the thing. It's legit. Like I was definitely going through that, and then even in the fight, I was going through that. I won't get into too much detail with that, but I was fighting that in there. But I mean, to get myself still around it and win that belt, and get even through adversity, in that fight, obviously getting hurt, getting dropped and whatnot, and still being like, no, we've got to go, got to find a way, and that was pretty special. That's something that I take most from this. The age, I knew I could prove people wrong with that.
It's extraordinary.
But then when you're, the
fight was really personal.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was, for sure.
Couple of weeks ago, right? So I went away with my 3 best mates. We went over to LA and had a night in Vegas, and we were feeling pretty sorry about ourselves.
You'd been beaten up a bit, had you, mate?
LA airport, we're in the lounge, and then all of a sudden we're feeling sorry for ourselves. We go, God, have a look at this bloke. He's got into a bit of a knuckle there, 2 black eyes. Volk walks in. Now, can I just say this about the Volk? And this is what I love about him. And mate, this is why you're humble, because you were there with a mate of yours, and you sat down with us for 45 minutes because we were so fascinated to hear about the fight, the lead up, the afterwards, what was going on. We were still having a couple of beers and enjoying the weekend, but Volk's like, nah, I'm preparing for the next fight. The other thing that I want to bring up, Volk, that just blew my mind, and this says how humble you are. Because I said, Volk, now that you've won the title back, you must be flying home business class. And Whip, he wanted to explain to me, he goes, mate, no, I am, but the only reason I am because I put it in my contract with Dana White and the UFC. He wanted to explain that. You're still a Wollongong boy. Yeah. You've never really flown business class before, and the only reason you got it over the line is because you put it in the contract. But he said, I'd never buy a flight in business class, ever. That's what I love about you, Volk. You're still that bloke from Wollongong. You haven't changed one bit.
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's something when it comes to the whole career, what's your greatest accomplishment? A lot of people are going to ask that. And I always go down a bit. At least I was able to be myself. I do feel like the same guy. Like, I forget about the fighting thing all the time. Like, I'll walk the streets. I say this all the time, that I'll walk the streets. People come up and like, hey, Volko, what's going on? I'm like, oh, school, I know him.
How do I know him?
And they're like, oh, big fan. I'm like, oh, yeah, the fighting thing. So, like, it's just, that's sort of, that's sort of how it is, like, all the time. Like, it's weird. Like, I just completely forget I'm just me, that same guy, and I like sort of forget about it. But look, it's weird. I know what I've done and all that, but I forget about it at the same time. It's like I'm not that guy. I know about it, but I'm not really that guy. It's weird.
After the fight, you win. the emotion must have been extraordinary. So you walk out, you're back in the change rooms. How quickly after the fight did you get a phone call from Mark Zuckerberg?
No, right. So no, I had a
mate Zuck.
I had a message from him by the time I went back. Yeah,
Did you really?
Yeah. So
Who
like,
else
he
do you
loves
get
it, doesn't he?
messages from Volk? But your life must be so different now. But who are you getting messages from? Who are the crew that you've met over the years?
I mean, it's pretty cool. Like again, you're getting some crazier names that are like even just bringing your name up, which is like you had Ronaldo on my comment section, you know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, Ronaldo going, man, the champ is back, like, you know what I mean? And, yeah, something like that was cool because it's like Ronaldo, you know what I mean?
Have you met him?
No, I haven't met him. So he obviously. He gets into the UFC now, like he's in Saudi, you know, and they one advance, he goes, I need you and I want you and Izzy to fight over here. And like, so I've chatted to him like that.
God,
but I mean, he ended up talking to Izzy, I think it was after the Islam, the second fight where I got knocked out. And obviously was quite vulnerable and emotional after that fight. And, so he even asked, like, Izzy's like, is Alex doing all right? How is he? Like, so he was like he cared about where I was in my career. And then he even see me win. He's like, yes, the champ's back. So it's like, it isn't just just saying whatever. It's like, well done. Like, you know, or like the bot or whatever. It was like he was I wouldn't say emotionally connected, but I mean, he still felt a little connected where he's like, yes, the champ is finally back. And I'm like, how good is that? It's Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Like,
I wish you'd just written back, piss off Ronaldo.
As you're training, that's what I love as well. You're still training down at Wollongong. And, you know, you get all these young fighters that come through the gym. You help them out, Volk. It's unbelievable. One person that's obviously special in your life as well is your mum, Mary. What are you doing for Mother's Day? And your wife as well. I mean, you've got to celebrate that Mother's Day. What are you doing Sunday, Volk?
So, you know, just chill with the family, you know. So
training with mum, or
well, that's the best thing. I'm actually going to do a cooking with Volka with her soon.
Great.
So she's already and she's excited. She is. So she's Greek. So she's a couple of Greek dishes that I wanted to do. So we're going to do pastichel, which is it's like a lasagna. So it's very, very good. I love it. And I've like told her, let's do it. She's excited about it. And then so she's already we're going to do it here. So she wanted to prep already. She's already made like a couple of them. Like she go, here I'm working on it, and like sending me some, and it was good. Real good. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'd love to hear, Jess, if you could play some nice music. I'd like to hear the hardest man in the world say some soft words about his mum.
Oh yeah.
Small.
So how my
how much you love Mary?
Oh, okay. So I'm talking to her or just
she's listening right now.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Mum, it's me.
He's out of his comfort zone.
No, I'm not. I'm never out of my comfort zone. So, Mum, I love you. I truly do. Appreciate you. Cheers. Oh, man.
Now get cooking, Mum.
Well done, Bob. So, Bob, when I spoke to you last time as well, I said to you, so what is it now? Do you celebrate now? And he said, no, this campaign that you're going on now, you're thirsty for more, aren't you? So will you be fighting again soon,
Yeah,
Bob?
I want to fight soon. So as I would have been saying, I've got to get a couple of things looked at. So I've got to take care of a couple of things. I wanted to be straight back in there. It's not looking likely to be able to do that straight away, but definitely another one this year, which is quite active. Like, a lot of people, for me, I'm like, oh man, I can only have 2 fights this year, you know what I mean? And that's standard, and that's quite active for a champion.
Well, for a boxer, they only do one a year.
Yeah, exactly.
So
for me, I'm like, oh man, I don't get to be active, but I mean, like that's probably still more than the standard. You know what I mean? So it's
in Sydney, Volk.
I hope so. That'd be great. That'd be great. You know what? We're going to push for it. Let's push for it in Sydney.
Against who?
So
rematch.
Man,
which
one? Rematch with Lopez?
No. Who was the guy beforehand? Sorry, that beat you in the second one.
Oh, Ilya Taporia. Well, he's moved up. So he's moved up.
Okay.
And he's committing to that. So I'll let him do that. If I do something, it's going to have to be maybe further down the track because he's waiting to fight for the lightweight title.
Yep.
Sure.
And again, I'm planning, I'm quite active, a lot more active than a lot of the other fighters. So I'm probably going to have a couple of fights by the time that happens, right? So we'll see what happens. But You know, I know they've got a few events in Perth and that as well, but they still got another pay-per-view that they need to do in Sydney.
Yep. Great.
So let's
make it happen.
Let's make it happen ASAP.
We've also got UFC 315, all the action this Sunday from 12 p.m. as well. You can get that on Main Event and KO. Mate, Volk, love you, brother. Thank you so much. Like I said, one of the most humble people you ever met. Congratulations. You deserve all the success you get, Volk.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
$10,000 every Friday in May. No gimmicks. Just cash. All you need to do is get on the show and you could win big. It's time to get in the game. This is 10K Friday in May.
You'd have to say that this is one of our favourite parts of the job, is when you ring someone who is probably struggling a bit at the moment and you tell them that they've won $10,000.
Sort of. Well, there's not a beer in it for me, is there?
Oh, well,
and I don't want to sound selfish, but I'm glad you're getting the money. It's like, what's
show's
in it for
not
me?
about you, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
10K every Friday in May. All you have to do is get on the show. Just get on the show. I don't know. I mean, don't break into the building and just...
No. You've got to call up. It's a lot easier.
Yep.
Very accessible. You call the show and just say, biggity boo, biggity bob, and you're on.
And then every Friday, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe it. Today's Friday. We ring someone back who's been on the show this week and we change their lives.
Tommy, great to see the notes too. Thank you for bringing the wad of cash in. Look at those fresh, crisp hundreds.
Oh, biggity boo, biggity bob.
Well done, Tom. It's all right. Let's do.
Okay, Fitzy, biggity boo.
Oh my gosh! Would you just don't ruin the moment?
I have lost the plot today.
Honestly, yeah, you have.
Can you do it? You do it.
Early mark for you today.
Go on.
Hello?
Good morning. I'm looking for Shay.
This is Shay.
Hi, Shay. You're not at work at the moment, are you?
No.
You having a good Shay?
I'm on my way to work. No, I'm not having good.
Shay, I was putting on a voice there. It's Fitzy here. I'm here with Wippa.
Stop.
Shay, we just need to check with you first. Did you get on our show this week?
Yes.
Confirmed.
Yes, I did.
Confirmed, Ryan.
Shay, how many in your family? What have you got?
4 kids. 4 teenagers.
Sorry, Ryan, just going through the paperwork here. Can I ask a personal question, Shay? What's your bank balance at the moment?
Last night I had an emergency dentist appointment for one of the kids. I got $100 left. The next Thursday. Don't do this to me, please.
Shay, get emotional because you've won $10,000, Shay!
Oh, you're making me cry, Shay.
Shay. Oh my gosh! So it's really that bad in your house at the moment, Shay? Oh.
I've got 3 kids getting braces that I pay for and I work every day to do this.
Oh,
and then last night one of their braces was broken. I had to pay it and there's $90 left to make. I got shop. I got juice.
Oh, Shay, you need this badly.
We just topped it up with $10,000.
Well, Shay, you've got to promise us one thing, though, that you need to look after yourself with some of this money.
I promise.
Tommy.
Oh my God, please distract me.
I know. You need a holiday,
It's not
Shay.
a joke, is it, bud? Is it?
No,
it's not a joke.
Well, it would be funny.
Gotcha. Shay, do you know what?
It's not April, is it?
No.
Oh, God.
Tommy, can we organise something just to pamper Shay? Because she's going to spend the money on the kids. She works her bum off for the kids.
Yeah, we'll also send you off to Endota as well.
Yeah.
$150 to spend there, Shay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Just go and relax and look after yourself. You deserve it.
Is your mother still with us as well, Shay? Is she around?
Yes. She's in hospital at the moment.
Okay. Well, this will help you with her Mother's Day as well.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
I'm shaking. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, don't be...
I'm on the floor.
Well, get off the floor. You'd be filthy there.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. This is what it's all about, Shay. We want to change people's lives, and hopefully this does it for you.
You've changed it. You've changed it. Oh, my God.
Gosh, well done. She's getting me emotional.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so sorry.
This is a
I've
tough...
just had it so hard, and so this is going to help so bad. Oh, Jesus.
Well done.
Biggity boo.
Well done, Shay.
Oh,
well,
God, I can't believe it.
Shay, don't go anywhere because my mum's on next. Tough shoes
Are we
to
giving
fill.
her
Tough
10K
shoes to
as
fill.
well?
Oh, God.
If my mum isn't crying like this next, I tell you what, she's never coming on the show ever again.
Shay, it's a beautiful day. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to rhyme. Shay, it's a beautiful day outside.
In May.
I know. Stop.
Shay, it's a beautiful day in May. You've got the 10K.
Oh, my God.
Go and enjoy your afternoon and celebrate with the family.
I will, guys, thank you. Thank you so much.
Remember,
Jesus.
Sunday is Mother's Day.
Oh, don't.
You're so cute.
Shay, you hang up. No, we'll hang up. No, wait, we'll get your details first, but congratulations. Enjoy your Mother's Day.
Thank you.
No
Bye.
worries. It all begins again on Monday. All you got to do, like Shay did, she got on the show at some stage and she's won $10,000.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Don't tell my mum, but I've got a personalised card ready to go from Moonpig.
She can hear you. She's just sitting next to you.
Hi, Mum. How are you?
G'day, Claire.
G'day.
Welcome to the show.
Sorry, Mum.
How is everyone?
We're not likening you to a Moonpig. It's an actual company, Mum. And what you do, you actually put in photos, videos, a personalised message, and then they send it out to your mum. You can go to moonpig.com. Simple as
Because
that.
the weird thing was, growing up with Ryan, obviously, when you had him there, you would quite often say, "Stop mooning, you pig." Now that's completely different, Claire.
Well, I did get busted on the bus, the D bus. Yeah,
bum out the back of the bus.
Unfortunately, yeah. And to Mum as well. She just dropped me off at the bus. But no, actually, she's here today for our Mother's Day lunch. Actually, before we chat to Mum, can we invite one more person to the lunch?
I think we've got a couple of seats left.
Belinda in Collaroy, you're coming along today.
Hi, Belinda.
Oh, hi, good morning.
Hi.
That's so exciting.
What's your mum's name?
My mum's name is Denise.
Ah, Denise. Do you know what? You wrote us a beautiful message today about your mum, and we thought we want to see you and Denise there today. So put on your best frock. We're going to Hacienda, which is a magnificent restaurant, bar and lounge. So we'll see you there today, Belinda.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you. We're really excited.
Tommy, did you want to do your Denise thing for Belinda?
Oh, Denise denies the nose and the legs. That's one of the... see, Claire Fitzgerald loves it.
Don't get sucked in by it. So,
Well done, Tom.
Can I also say as well, Tommy, thank you, because for some reason we were talking about Oriton or something during the week, and Oriton got in contact with Tommy and said, "Does Claire Fizzle want to come in and try on some of our clothes?" So we went there last night, Mum, and saw the lovely Kathleen.
We did.
She looked
She was
after us.
lovely, yeah.
So what did you get, Mum? Because Tommy's got a joke. What was the material that you brought? What was the...
Well, it was wool and cashmere.
Yeah, what?
Cashmere outside. How about that?
If that doesn't make any sense, Claire, I completely understand.
One of the greats.
So Mum got a cashmere jumper, which was good, and also she flogged a couple of other things on the way out. No, she did not.
No, I did not.
There's a dress hanging out of your handbag.
But I do want to plug Oriton because do you know I have... I have...
Go for it.
Collected vintage Oriton rhinestone crystal bags
No one
for years.
cares, Mum.
I do.
Yes, they
I'm
do.
listening. I do.
How much do you
They're
sell them
amazing.
for? What do you get them for, and what do you sell them for?
What do I sell them for?
Shonk.
What are you making? Tell us about your hustle.
Well, you know how much they are to buy. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
they
going to
are expensive.
bloody hell.
They are.
we were
They're
Making a
good,
killing,
but Oriton
Claire.
is amazing.
I went out to dinner for Mum last night as well, having a good chat, because Mum grew up on 3,000 acres of farmland, Whip. And I said to Mum, what's the worst thing? I mean, they had snakes and foxes and that they had to deal with out on the farm. I said, what's the worst thing? And I didn't know this, but Mum goes, there was a murder on our land.
Oh.
We had a murder.
Who'd you have to get rid of?
So Pop used to let people stay on the land, didn't he? Because it was on the river, the Murray River there on the Riverland.
Yeah.
But there was a party that went on one night and someone got into a fight and murdered Mum.
There was a couple that lived in a couple of cars out on Dad's property. And, yeah, obviously they were...
Fighting, blowing, partying.
Yeah, and drinking and one thing and another, and it got out of hand. And they murdered the bloke.
What's it like digging a shallow grave, Claire? Like when you're helping out on the farm and And Pop says, "Can you dig us a hole? We needed about 8 foot."
Mum's been trying to do that to Dad for years. No, and then there was an old bloke called Carp.
What happened to him?
And my pop built him a little wooden shack to live there. He was homeless, Whip, right?
Yeah, homeless man, an old homeless man. He used to ride his bike to Berry because we were only two miles out of Berry.
Oh, yeah.
He used to ride it to get his provisions. Well, one day he was an old bloke, but he fell off his bike.
Pretty badly, didn't he?
Yeah, and somebody coming along picked him up, took him to the Berry Hospital, and they found 8 singlets on him.
8 what?
Singlets.
So they said,
singlets.
Why have you got 8 singlets on?
Well, because he never used to wash them or take them off, and he'd just go to Berry, buy another one, put another one on. They found 8 singlets on him, and that was his warmth. And that was it.
Awesome.
No
Are we
joke.
still
That
on
is
there?
a true story.
It's a true story.
That is a true story.
I think your next interview is with Mac around Australia. That is extraordinary,
Yeah.
Claire. So what was your job on the farm? What did you have to do?
Well,
you,
Mum-
you milking the cows? or you-
No, I'll tell you our job.
Oh, yeah.
Dad, we had 10,000 chooks. Dad used to
you're on
supply
chooks.
all of Berry with eggs. So when we had the 1956 flood, the old tinny come out. But my sister and Joyce and I, my job was to clean all the eggs. The boys would gather them, collect them
You
at the
gotta
end of the
clean an egg,
day,
do
and
you?
we had to clean them.
Don't they just come out clean?
No, you've got to wash them when you
didn't
You
know
serve.
got to
that.
wash them. We
Yeah.
used to have to clean all the eggs.
God, imagine if you
That
had
was
those
our job
eggs
after
now,
school.
Mum. The eggs are worth a fortune
I
at the
know.
moment.
I know.
$14 a carton.
Yeah, we had, and they were all free range, all out in the property. Dad used to.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Out
And
of
they
all
had
those,
all roosting, stuff.
out of every egg that rolled out of Berry, you're the best one I've ever seen, Claire.
Stay away from my mum. So Claire Fizzle will be there today. You've also got Christine Whipfley, and to all the mums and our listeners that will be there today, we're really looking forward to it. And don't forget, make her Mother's Day with a personalised card from Moonpig. Create your masterpiece at moonpig.com. Mum, you want to tell everyone what's coming up next week?
Yeah, you can hear all the goss from today's lunch on Monday's show.
Well done. And
10K every Friday in May. Starts again on Monday.
Well done.
Can I ring in?
Yeah. What else is going to be on
More
next?
funny stuff.
Well,
Really? We're giving away a carton of
Okay.
eggs as well.
So, Mum, we build up at the end of the show and we do a big, and it sounds a bit weird, but we go, bah! At the end, okay? So you're going to help us out.
I've got to do that.
All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll speak to you on Monday. Bye!
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.